Hello YouTube! Welcome to our fourth tutorial on how to make that futuristic text effect over here. It's good something and it will be very easy for us today. But at first we're going to have some links provided in the description, like the texture 235 and that northern lights with the sparkles brush over here and the patterns or the textures, that line paper and subtle zebra pattern. The gradients here, we have the link in our start text effects first part we have, and we'll get it chromes out of it. Let's begin to our text effect. Go to File, New, and we're going to first choose our document of 1920 by height of 1080 and resolution of 72 and click OK. We're going to File again, Open, and open our line paper and subtle zebra and click Open. We're going to define those as patterns over here by going to Edit, Define Pattern, and click here OK. And our line paper the same, Edit, Define Pattern, and click OK. To install our sparkles brush, that like those here, we're going to that setting mark over here, go to Load Brush, and choose the SS Sparkles and click Load. And we are going to put some contours that we'll be using around. Go to Edit, Presets, and go to Preset Manager. In the preset type, go to Contours here or click Ctrl+6 and go to that setting mark over here and choose Contours. It will give you a choice to append or OK. Click OK, not append, and then go to our new document to make it. We're going to put the texture 235 on our BG like this and resize it to fit our document. After it, we're going to put the northern lights again and pin it to our Photoshop. Let's resize it over the texture or at the same size of our document and click that check mark over here. We're going to set the blend mode of it to multiply, and here we got our background like this. Now we're going to type our text effect. We'll go to the characters here. If it's not visible to you, go to Window, Character, and tick that right here. Our font will be the code bold. I will be providing the link in the description. With 300 points of our size and the spacing of 75 over here. Set our color to 7B, 7B, 7B and click OK. We're going to type our text. Choose our text tool and let's type our text. I'm going to type MYND and click right. Go to our move tool and size it in the center by clicking Ctrl A and choose the second and the fifth one over here. Then click Ctrl D. We're going to duplicate our layer MYD 2 times and by clicking Ctrl J and Ctrl G another time. Now we have the MYD copy 2 on the text copy 2 and the text copy 1 and the original text. Double click on our text copy 1 to open its blend options. We're going to apply and bevel and emboss. Set our style to stroke emboss with technique of chisel hard. Set our depth to 350% with size of 20 pixels and choose here anti-aliased. Going to our highlight mode, we set it to vivid light and our color of 9EA761 and click OK. On our shadow mode, we're going to set its color to 7B, 7B, 7B and then click OK. Go to our contour, set our contour here to steps and this one here, its name is steps, and set it to and check mark the anti-aliased over here. Go to our texture, set the pattern to the line wallpaper that we had added recently, and set the scale to 50 with depth of positive 250. Now we are going to our stroke. Set the size of 15 pixels and the position from the center to give that something awesome over here. Set our color to 299DA4 and click OK. We're going to add a drop shadow. Set our blend mode to the default multiply with color of 686868 and click OK. Uncheck use global light and set our angle to 148. Our distance will be set to 8, the spread to 57 and the size of 7 and click OK. Now we got that center stroke over here, by that if we made it invisible, yeah, we got that stroke around the text here. And now by going to the text copy tool, double click to open its blend options, select bevel and emboss, set our technique to chisel hard, set it to chisel hard, set our depth to 250 with size of 25. Now on the gloss contour over here, we're going to set it as rounded steps, and it would be over here, that one I think, here, and its name will be rounded steps. Check the anti-aliased. On our highlight mode, set it to vivid light with color of FF5F40 and click OK. On our shadow mode, let's set the color to 7B and click OK. Going to apply and contour. Set our contour to cone. It's up over here, that one, its name is cone. And check anti-aliased. On our texture, we're going to apply a texture. Set the pattern to subtle zebra that we edit and define it as pattern. We're going to apply an inner shadow over here. Set our blend mode to linear burn, and here it is. And set the color to 3C2DFF and click OK. Set our distance to 0 with size of 10 pixels. We're going to set an inner glow. Set our blend mode to soft light with the color of 6FC0FF and click OK. Set its source from center with size of 18 pixels. And now we're going to apply satin. Set our blend mode to vivid light with the color of A7F093 and click OK. And we're going to set our contour level to cone. Going to apply the last thing on our text copy tool, which is drop shadow. Our blend mode will be on default with the color of 686868 and click OK. We are going to uncheck use global light and set our angle to 148. We are going to add the distance to make it 8 pixels and the spread of 57% and size of 7 pixels. And let's click here OK. We've got that stroke on our text over here. Let's go to our original layer, which name is text or MYD Productions, and right click here, then rasterize style. Going to open its blend options, double click on it. Set an bevel and emboss with style of stroke emboss and technique of chisel hard. Set our depth to 450 with size of 18 pixels, and we are going to our gloss contour. Set it to valley low, and it's under here, that one, its name is valley and slash and low. Set anti-aliased over here. Our highlight mode, we're going to set it to linear light with the color of E9 E9DA and click OK. And the shadow mode color, we're going to put it on 7B 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 and click OK. Going to our stroke, we're going to apply a stroke. Set the size to 25 pixels with a position of center. Fill type, we're going to set that fill type here to gradient. And we're going to apply the gradients of name of Chrome, load gradients, and select the chromes and then click load. I am going to use steel pipe 60, and I think that one over here. So it must be its name. I think that. Here it is, steel pipe 60. And now we're going to apply, but first, we're going to set the style to reflected and by angle of 90 degrees. Going to our inner shadow, we're going to apply it. Set our blend mode to linear burn with color of 3C2DFF and click OK. Set our distance to 0 with size of 10 pixels. We are going to apply an inner glow. Set our blend mode to soft light with the color of 6FC0FF and then click OK. Set the source to center and set our size to 18 pixels. Now going to apply the last thing, which is drop shadow. Set the distance to 15 pixels with spread of 50% and size of 30 pixels and click OK. That we got our stroke on the text like this. And now we're going to apply that some things like here and circles with the hole inside it. Go to our brush tool and select any hard brush of those three and set its size to 10. We're going to zoom in by clicking Ctrl and plus here. Yeah, that's good in zooming. And put the circles. Make our brush touch the line of the stroke like this and just click. We're going to put only 4 or 3 circles on each letter like this. And it's better to be on its the edges or its last of thing like this. And going to put one over here and one over here and one like this. And click Ctrl 0 to make it on our text again and to see it full. Now we're going to set a new layer above all those layers by going and layer 1, and we're going to put it over here. We're going to set its name as holes. Set its fill to 0 and then open its blend options. We're going to apply inner shadow with the default distance of blend mode multiply and color of black, opacity of 75 and the distance of 5 pixels by choke of 0 and size of 5 pixels and click OK. Now we're going, by using our hard brush tool again, we're going to add some black text like holes and going to the center of the circle and clicking this. The inner shadow makes it look like it's holes in the circles, and we'll see by finishing it here and go to our D, put 1, 2 and the third. Click Ctrl 0 to fully see our document, and here we got the something like holes over here. Now we're going to apply a gradient map by going over here and clicking set apply gradient map. We're going to set its blend mode to overlay with an opacity of 80%, and click enter. And going to change the gradient over here, click on that one, double click, and set our color to 3E4B53, and click OK. And the second one, we're going to set its color to 64767A, and click OK. Now we're going to create a new layer above them all and call it Sparkle, and click enter. Going to the blend mode, going to our blend mode here and make it vivid light, and set our foreground color to DED7A9, that we got that shiny over here, and click OK. By going to our brush after we loaded the sparkle, by going to that setting and select load brush, download the SS Sparklers and click load. We're going to select that one from here. The one I will be using that time will be that one, and going to size it, or doesn't resize, size it as the text and see the sparkle like this. I'm going to decrease the size over here and put sparkle like this. And by this we have finished our fourth tutorial on how to make that futuristic text effect. I wish you've liked it. Please like and subscribe our channel on YouTube, MYD Productions, and like our page